And good morning, morning. Welcome to the February 5th edition of Morning Mindset. Ooh, we're trucking through February. That just seems to happen when the first falls after a Wednesday, right? By the time the Monday rolls around, it's already 5 days in the month. How are you doing today? Happy Monday. Welcome, Morning Mindset. Remember, this is your first time here, your long time here. This is what I need from you. Introduce yourself. Let us know who you are, where you're from. We want to know. We want to know because we want to talk to you. Hey, what's in your cup? We got coffee rocking this morning here. How's the weather in your area? Let us know, man. Like for here, it was like 27, frosty on the windows, but I think we're headed to like some 50s, maybe even 60s. Woo wee! There's not much better than that in the Midwest in February. I will tell you that. And then the most important thing, your daily five. That's what we're calling it now. We stuck to it. I think we nailed it. Daily five. Share your 5 things that you are going to achieve today. That's what we need out of you, because we'll run through that and we'll talk about some other fun stuff. Now, our 5, which if you're a member of our mentorship community, there's a tab in the Discord, so you can share your daily 5 in there every day. So I expect to see that happening there. So we got to finish a team store today. I've got maybe 2 more products to add to it, and that'll be done. We've got shirts that came in on Friday, so we're going to get those pressed today. We got all of our plaques done over the weekend, so I need to cut some stands for those. And then I got to order supplies. I was about to say some supplies, and it's supplies. I got to order stuff. That's our big things today. And then I got DTF. We have those every day. I'd like to have more DTF. That has slowed down, so I need to pick it up some. So I guess I need to turn the marketing machine for it. I need to ask a hell of a lot more. I need to show more stuff off, so I need to get back on that horse. So welcome, Morning Mindset. Let's check in and see how everybody is doing today. Jerry, good morning to you. Jerry's got a contractor coming over when you start. Hope to make it. Hello, all. Well, Jerry, if you're watching replay, team replay, you can watch that here. Diana, morning, everyone. Renee, good morning. 32 in gray, Chicagoland. Water in the bottle. It was sunny here. I had to put on my Velo shades to take the kids to school this morning because that sun is just right at that angle where you can't see nothing. Water in the bottle, coffee in the tumbler, cookies in the oven. Man, cookies in the oven. That does not sound like a bad way to start the morning. List of 5 is in process. Very nice. Darren, good morning, everyone. 33 and sunny there in Topeka. Diane's had 3 coffees. You've had 3 coffees this morning? No more coffee. Sunny, 37, but warm. Yeah. When it's chilly and there's no wind and that sun is just warm on you, there's not much better than that. Go home from Lexington. 2, stop by the gas station to take inventory count. 3, schedule orders. 4, work on planner. 5, do machine shop order. Very, very nice. Tim, good morning to you from Toledo, where it's 30 degrees this morning with a pink monster to get his day going. Man, I need to put pink monster on my list and give it a try. I've been on a coffee kick as it's been colder out, because just kind of get me going in the morning, because I haven't done like an energy drink, Celsius or something like that. Celsius or Monster for, I guess I did have one last Tuesday when we went to the funeral. I had one on the way home. That's usually my travel drink, the black and green Monster. Other than that, it's been a while, so maybe I should get back on it. What's up, Chuck? Good morning to you. Yeah, no, it wouldn't let me change it. I caught it right afterwards, and for whatever reason, I can usually go in and change and edit the time. It wouldn't let me do it, so we just left it the same. Jenny, good morning to you. It's sunny and 32 degrees there in northern Indiana. Water in the cup. Sarah, good morning to you. 29 degrees in southeast Wisconsin. Coffee in the cup. Janessa, hey, good morning to you. And Diana, I can't stay, but I'll watch the replay this afternoon. Everyone be safe and have an awesome day. Well, you do the same, Diana. And Barb, good morning from central Minnesota, 22 and foggy. Hot tea in the cup, water in the bottle. 5 things. Test stitch a couple logos, DTF, banking, put away inventory in quotes. Nice day for you. Linda, hello to you. Linda, I got a question for you when I get through all these. So if I don't ask it, it's about a show in Texas. So remind me that. And Barb's giving her hellos. Diane, Renee, Tim, Darren, Sarah, Chuck. Hi, Jenny from Barb. Hi, Barb from Renee. Linda, it's a drag not to have your right index finger when typing. Surgery on it is okay. You'll get it back, right? I have had stuff done to I'm left-handed, and so I've had stuff done to my left side, and that's crazy. Yeah, I'm not a good left-handed person, because a good left-handed person has done a lot of stuff right-handed, so they're used to it, so they can kind of sort of. I'm a horrible left-handed person, because trying to do stuff with my right hand, it just it just doesn't feel comfortable. I screw things up. It is just not a good thing. Linda, having my first photo shoot since surgery this afternoon. Well, hopefully all goes well. And that would be, ooh, that is that finger, isn't it? Or can you do a button? Can you do a button so you can do your thumb? I don't know. Angela, good morning to you. Just waiting for it to be time to head to the airport. Cruise time. Enjoy your cruise. You've got like, what, a 2-week cruise? Enjoy it. And Sarah, weirdest thing I've ever seen. We have freezing fog in the forecast. Not totally sure what that means. I think it's just like a fog shield, right? It's like a bubble because it's frozen fog, maybe. Harold, good morning to you. Atlanta, 37 out. Mountain Dew, 9 to 5. IT issues are taking my daily 5 today. Sometimes that happens. I've had days where it's fixed DTF printer. That's my 5, because I don't know what's wrong with it. And so it's going through and fixing it and testing this and going through it. So it sucks up all my daily 5. There's other times daily 5 is just design work. Where all day long I'm just designing because we've got stuff that needs to go out. Or all day long building stores, quoting out jobs. It's just that time, man. It gets that way. I get you. Genesis 34, coffee, brewing, water in the cup. Day job, building on a new website for cheer program. Start prepping for work trip next week. Where are you going to? Where are you going to next week? Linda, right there with you. Had surgery on 12/18. OT is on my 5 today. Occupational therapy. Ooh, 10-day. Now, do you say Caribbean or Caribbean? Which one? Which one is it? Which one's right when I do it? One of the things, this is so I don't forget when I was talking with Linda there, one of the things that I have over in our membership community is I'm going to need your help to build it out, because it's what it is. I just need your help with it. So I'm seeing if I can get in here for it. One of the things that I've been putting together is a list of all the trade shows. So I went through and added all the trade shows that I know of, and by month where they're at. So I added the date, where it is, and what the name of it is. I had to think for a second, but there was one that I hadn't heard of, and because it was, what I did was I know who some of our vendors are. Went through it and say, hey, do they have stuff listed of where they're going to? And one of them down in August 1st through the 3rd is in League City, Texas, and it's the Texas Trophy Show. So, of course, when I read that, the first person I thought of was you, Linda, because I know you're down in that area, and I know you do a lot with that. So, have you ever heard of that show, the Texas Trophy Show? Is there any, what can you, if you have, what do you know about it? Because I know nothing about it. So, we have that list in there. And as I find more shows, see more events, because I know there's some smaller things that aren't in there. I know there's a bunch of Tumblr things. I know there's a bunch of classes that'll be one-off classes that somebody will have. I will put all of that in there. So that way, if you're one of our great members, you will be able to get in there and have access to that and see where it is. And if there's something that you know of, or something that you're going to, or something that you're attending that's not on there, let us know, and we will add it to the list. So I'm pretty excited about that. Let's see what else we got here. T-Town, working on designing for vinyl wrap for my extra heat box. Have a big logo printed for my hockey guy for a trailer decal. Have 2 windows today and a ton of emails to follow up with. Love it. Website getting lots of hits and emails about job. Way to go, T-Town. Way to go. I'm not sure which is right to say. I say both. I think I do too. I think I go back and forth between them. So it is a good show. I've gone before, and I hadn't heard of it. I'm guessing it's, and you compare it, since I've been to APA, compare it to that show if you can. Rena, good morning from Vegas. Rena, you're already in Vegas? I thought you weren't there till tomorrow. How's this week shaping up in Vegas? Because it's going to be nonstop with Super Bowl week this week. So I expect updates from you on Wednesday and Friday. I expect updates from you on the show. I expect updates on you from the Ghost Bar and the after party, because I have a serious case of FOMO. Even this weekend, I looked like, is there any last minute deal to fly out there? And there's not. It was horrible. Thanks Super Bowl. Thanks Super Bowl for ruining that. But it is Super Bowl week. It was weird yesterday to not have any football on. And for us, it was baseball. We had baseball camp, baseball skills thing that we had like 2 hours of that yesterday. It was watching some training, which I'm going to talk more about that over in the after hour show. Remember, on Monday, we're going to shoot for Monday, Wednesday, Friday. After this is over in the private group, we're going to go to Zoom, and we're going to have some office hours, some co-op time. You're able to work on stuff, ask questions, do whatever. But there's a couple things I want to talk about in there, and that was kind of the programs that I went through this past weekend. Somebody asked about a coloring book program. Somebody else asked about help with the pricing and overhead calculator. So I'm going to talk about all that stuff because after kind of watching this training over the weekend, I'm like, you know what? I should just kind of do like a 3-day class on this and go through it all. Here's the things on it. The great thing is yes, it'll be a paid class, because hey, time is money. We're going to invest in some time. You're going to invest in it. But if you're a member, you're going to get it free. So that's where the cool part comes in at, is anything that we do on the paid side of it that we put out there. If you're a member, you're going to get it free. So I'm pretty excited about that. Rena, do they have the classes available for purchase yet? Ooh, that's a great question. That is a great question. In fact, I have, where's it at? Somewhere around here. I just had the zip drive from last year because I was going to go review some of the stuff. Lots of folks from Texas and Louisiana. I was like, LA, Louisiana. Got it. A lot smaller from APA, but you have more time with vendors. Okay. And that was something. So let's talk about that. And shows in general, because it is show season. Shows have started. Long Beach kicked it off, and then it goes from there. It seems like just about every weekend, every other weekend, there's a show going on somewhere that has something to do with our industry. And while Impressions Expo Long Beach is kind of the granddaddy of them all, the one that kind of picks it off, starts it all off, where people drop new products in there are a lot of smaller shows out there. And so while you may not feel like it's worth going, the things I love about smaller shows is there is more time, like Linda said here, with vendors. So you have more time with the vendors. You're able to talk with them because they're not just hammered with people. You're able to see everything. Long Beach, it's tough if you want to see everything, and actually have conversations with that, to see it in a quick amount of time. I've yet to be able to see everything I wanted to see. And so next time it needs to be a 3 days for sure. So, because like that first day, it was all networking. It was like I made it to 2 booths and just chit chatted the rest of the time. So the networking is a huge part of it. The classing that they're offering. So sometimes there's free classes, sometimes there's paid classes. So there's a lot of great information at that. Like I said, so the smaller shows gives you more time with the vendor, more time for networking. And if the training is good, that's what I usually look at. Is there classes I want to attend? Is there classes I want to see or do? So for us, for the rest of this year, where are we going to go? I don't know where we're going to go, to be honest with you. Excuse me, because at the end of this month, you've got DAX and the DTF Expo. Well, that's the weekend right before we leave for Mexico. So that's definitely out. And then in March, you've got, there's a couple shows. Closest one to us will be DAX Treasure Island, DAX, Minnesota. So there's that one. But it'll be April, Tinley Park, DAX. We will definitely be there for that one. That one's April 19th through the 20th. That sounds about right. And then the rest of the month, the rest of the year, we really don't have a lot planned. Are we going to possibly try and get down to Misfit Makers again down in Joplin, Missouri? Yep, we had a good time down there. So we might try and do that one. There's also the week of Labor Day is the UV Energize. That's down in Nashville. That one, maybe not, because that one, it's a week of Labor Day, right? Labor Day, Memorial Day's there, Labor Day's there, right? Yeah, Labor Day weekend. It's that Labor Day week. So maybe not. And then, there's a Graphics Expo that's in Graphics Pro, right? Because that's right, Graphics Pro Expo. That is I think that's in October. So that was one that we might attend in Indianapolis. And then any of the other ones, I want to try and attend, something else this year. So we'll see how it all plays out. But if there's one in your area, make sure to go check it out. Go see what's going on. Go get the information. Go talk to your vendors. Go talk to your sales reps. Go network, 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 network. That's the best I can say to that. And Rena will check for Renee there. I'm headed to. Where are you headed to? Where are you headed to? Hi, Don. What private group is this? This is over through here. Let me post the link to it. This is through our new mentorship group. We're going to go ahead and put all the information over here. $20 a month. We're going to do a lot more business things in there. That's why I said first run trainings. So anything that we have that we're going to start putting out, we're going to put over there for it. Here it is right there. So like I said, these programs that we're building out for it, any resource centers that we have, our daily fives with it, it's pretty much, that mentorship community to help everybody grow their business, to help everybody become successful in it, and to be that place to go to for your full resource library. So pretty excited. We were able to kick that off last week, and we're just going to keep growing it and keep pushing it and going from there for it. Let's see. Had to come a day early because of the SoCal storm. Oh, that's right. You're getting hammered with rain this year. Like we have friends, there in Southern California, and it might rain less than 10 times a year, and when it rains, it's nothing. But they're getting hammered. Like I'm seeing flooding. I'm seeing craziness. That is a wonky, crazy. See, I thought that too, because looking at them. There was only, if I remember right, and you will correct me if I'm wrong, if you got them as well. It was only the slides. You never saw the person. Some of the sound was a little wonky. I don't think there was any of the. There wasn't any of the what's the stuff called that comes along with it? Like when you get the paperwork and stuff, the collateral. Is that right? Is that the word I'm looking for? But there wasn't any of that, and maybe I just was looking in the wrong place for it. But yeah, it just seemed really. I mean, there was some good information in it, but in some of the other stuff, I was like, okay, we'll see how it all plays out. Hiya, Don. Hiya. Other things that we have going on today. So this is time when we usually start seeing pickup. Usually probably about next week, and then by the beginning of March, we're kind of back to normal. So this is the time for us that we really focus on getting new stuff out there. So we try and really buckle down on getting new designs ready to go, researching any new products that we can offer in any of our team stores, reach out to some of our people that we know will order in April, May, June for team stuff, for spring leagues, for summer leagues, and be like, hey, let's start this ball rolling on it. That we've had one that canceled this year because they lost the playing facility. So, hey, now we need to pick that up. We lose one, we can find an area to pick that up, work on promo stuff, work on marketing things. So just because it's slow, don't worry about it. Spend this slow time to work on your business, to figure out what you want to sell this year, to focus on getting that marketing right for it, to focus on knowing who your customer is. So that's what we do a lot of this year right there. Handouts, thanks. Handouts. This year they mailed them out. They're handouts. That's what it is. There. Yes, under each class. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Look at that. Boom, 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 boom. Everybody got it right there. Take a look in the general channel. I left you a message. Look at for your server. Will do, Harold, when I get out of here. And Harold is on point helping me out with this whole Discord thing. So I'm really... Listen, we're all growing and moving stuff with that, so it should work from there. Harold, I'm just gonna glance real quick over in the general channel. What do I see? I see questions, but I don't see anything there. So we'll have to come back to that. So, we're going to go through, and this is where I say on that, because we've kind of built things up over the years, right? We've built up our Facebook group, and there are a lot of active people in there, but there's a lot of inactive people. There's a lot of people that are just consumers and not chefs. So there's a lot of people sitting at the table eating, but not a lot of people in the kitchen preparing stuff. And that kind of gets tiresome. We know a lot of people aren't active, want to be a part of it, and they get a lot of good information out of it. But a lot of times, we're just in there working away and nobody thanks the chef. We've got a lot of people that put in a lot of, great content, a lot of things out there, and only to use other people to finish the job. And that's, it's disheartening with it. I won't lie. We'll put things out there where, hey, use this person for this. Here's how we are able to do it, and this is who our go-to. They'll walk through step by step, ask questions on all of it, and they're like, great, I've got it figured out. Now I'll reach out to them, and then I see that they have that product finished. I'm like, man, that turned out really good. Did so and so do it for you? And they're like, no, I had this person do it for me. So it's like, we want to help everybody, and I understand everybody's looking at their bottom line. They want to do it, but I'm more in this than relationships. If we don't sell anything, we don't sell anything. But if I can help somebody in their business, then that's what we do. And it's the same thing when we do stuff for our clients here. Because at the end of the day, if they're not happy with what they get, I don't want them to order from me. I want to know, hey, what can we do to better this? We had somebody that was looking for a 2-color, okay, keep this in mind, 2-color button jersey, right? No, full, 2-button, full button, whatever, but a 2-color. So different sleeves, base, whatever, decoration on the front, decoration on the back, and they want it to be under $20. It's just not going to happen, right? And so I said, well, that's not going to happen for what it is. And one of the big parts to it was, for making sure to find something that has all the color schemes that they need. So I said, just give me your budget, what you can really spend, and we'll find you options that fit within it. It may not be exactly what you want, or if it's exactly what you want, it might be a little bit more, but we want to be able to give options. It's somebody reach out this weekend now that they're a boutique and they want to offer different things in their store. They used somebody prior, but they were having communication issues with them. And so they just wanted to, get some questions. I'm like, I just can't answer a question and be like, it's going to be this. I need to know, what you actually want. How are you printing? How do you want the prints done? Is it DTF? Is it DTG? Is it embroidery? Is it screen printed? What is it that you're wanting to do? I need to know the quantity. One shirt is going to cost a whole lot more than 100 shirts. Then the type of shirt. So it was very question oriented. I'm like, I need these questions answered before we can move on. And why is that? I need to have as much information as possible. So at the beginning of any sales conversation, ask. Don't be afraid to ask in their budget. And some people don't want to give you that because they think, oh, if I give you a budget of $15 or $35 or what it is, you're gonna be like, here's the shirt that's $35. What we do is we give them that range. Here's everything that falls in your range. Give them 3-4 to choose from and let them make the choice on it. If you want this exact thing, it's this, but here are your other options for it. We found a lot better results with that because we were able to give them options. Oh, and on that 2-button, this is the other kicker too. It's not a single order. They'll do a single order with everything at the beginning of the season, but then they have to keep registration open all year. So if on the last week somebody decides to join, they have to be able to provide them a jersey. So that means if we were to order from someplace and only have one, we could have the shipping charges on top of that. So if it's something that is already at a like at a SanMar and SNS, things like that, then we can just add it to a weekly order and there's not the shipping involved. But yeah, it's tough. It's tough trying to meet all of your customers' demands. But if you can be realistic with them and set the tone for the conversation and say, here's why I need this, because that way I can give it, you the best results possible. Hey, here's your pricing, here's the quantities. If you want more, this is how it works for you. The more transparent you can be, the more information that you can give them, that they can make an informed decision on it, the better. Now, there is that part of information overload too. You can't go in there and give them, here's 100 options of this, this, and this, and this, because it'll just be too much for them. You narrow it down. You decide what you want to do on. The other stuff is if there's things that you don't like doing, don't offer them. Don't offer them. I had a conversation with Friday afternoon about slates, and slates are my total kryptonite. Sublimation slates, and it's because I don't do enough of them. But I've ruined enough of them to know that I need to better my process to make it work right. Because I know people that are killing it on slates, but the blanks are expensive. So when you screw it up, you screw it up. And they're totally something that I just don't enjoy doing. It it's a pit to my stomach every time. So I try not to. By try not to, I don't think I've done a sublimation slate now for 4 or 5 years. I always get them to go to something else. So, that's part of it. I'm not going to offer things I don't like doing. Same way that it comes to design. If you're a screen printer, why are you promoting, these 6-color works, this 8-color works, all of this stuff when you hate doing it, right? If you hate doing those things and it's a pain to set up and a pain to do, why offer it? Most stuff is going to be 1 or 2 color. I don't know why we don't push more of that. And now with full color, DTF. And I know that there's a point where DTF and screen printing, offsides. I talked with somebody who can't say a whole lot about it, but what they're wanting to do is kind of a shirt off, between from the beginning of the process to the end of the process, doing screen print versus DTF. From the minute the artwork is sent and they want to run through that whole process, how long does it take to do this, and this, the cost investments between the two of them, and to see where's that breaking point with it. And that's a lot of things that you have to do, is where that breaking point into it. And then the other thing too is to know that you don't have to do everything yourself. There's a lot of people out there willing to help you by providing you a product that's already finished. So you're able now to offer those things without having to do those things yourself, which is a great thing. When we, actually made that decision to say, hey, we don't have to do everything ourselves, right? A great way to look at it is, I need somebody right now to pick out a successful retailer. Pick out a successful retailer, and then I will continue on with this story. And I think it's a good story. Let's see, that was there. Oh, and yours, I got it. Need a quote. Don, if you head over to fatdadcustomdesigns.com, I'll put it here in the chat. You can Fat Dad Custom Designs. If you head over here, fatdadcustomdesigns.com, and just get a quote button, and then we'll be able to see. We'll get you the information that you need for it. Glad to help on your Discord. So, okay, on yours, perfect. I will look over there. Education. Help me. What was education? Help me. Education. You need more education? Then we can educate the F out of people. I really, really can. Jeff, good morning. Howdy do, people. Good morning to you. Angela, I've been reading and learning, so after cruise, I can get a relaunch ready for my business. Love it, Angela. Realizing I have more to learn before relaunch will be ready to announce. Well, here's the thing. Don't fall into that. I need to have everything perfect before I'm ready to go. Like right now, is our new system or our new mentorship group perfect? Nope. Will it eventually be perfect? Nope, because nothing's perfect, right? Will it be good and great? Absolutely, and hell yeah, it will. But we're building it out. And that's what I'm saying from the get-go. While there's not a lot of info in here, when we do these Zooms, like the after call Zoom here, this one today is going to just kind of be what to expect from it, what we're doing with it, and how I can help better facilitate a lot of you. So that's what I'm looking forward to doing in there. And giving more information, giving things like that. And so we can get you through it. Rix. I don't know what Rix is. Now I got to Google Rix. What is Rix? Rix Automotive? No, that's Rix Automotive. That's local to me. What is Rix Sales and Service? We've got a tree service. There's too many Rix. What's Rix do? Rix Owens menswear? Is that what it is? No, that's in Europe. Somebody give me another one. Give me one before I make one up on my own, because I don't know what that is. I don't know what Rix is. Help me out with that. Fine. Nobody wants to give me one. Nobody wants to play along. No one wants to, just feed into my craziness. I'll just take it into my own hands. Walmart, right? What is Walmart? Walmart is a super successful retailer, right? But do they make everything that they're? Do they? No. They sell things. They sell things made by other people. So that's what you need. You can do that just as well. You don't have to make everything. You can have other people make things for you, and you can resell them. There's a healthy profit in that. And by doing that, there is a lot less labor involved. So think about that, that you don't have to do everything. And when you think you do, look at some of the successful brands that are out there. Are they doing everything for you? Are they doing everything themselves? On the sports apparel side, Nike. Nike isn't selling all of their stuff. Other people are selling it for them. So there's the other side of it is, hey, I don't have to be the one going out here and do it. Can I sell my stuff to other people? Can I sell my service to other people to help them out? So that way they're able to do it. A good example, Teton. Teton does embroidery. Teton's going to do ribbons for us too, right? He's going to cut ribbons for us and the webbing for keychains and that. But, embroidery, are there people, and he probably already has this, but are there people in his area that offer other services but not embroidery, and he embroiders for them, and so then he does their embroidery for them and they turn around and sell it, make a profit off of it? Yeah, I'm sure if there's not, he definitely should be. But there's a big misconception with that where people say, well, hey, if this costs me $10 to do and I'm going to wholesale it to them for 20, and then they're going to turn around and they're going to resell it for 50, I'm missing out on a huge piece of the pie. Well, are you though? Because they're the one taking all the risk for it, right? So if they order 100 of those things, are you willing to make 100 of those things and sit on them and hopefully they sell? Or are you going to let somebody else order 100 from you? You made the money that you're fine with, and then they can do whatever they want with it. To me, I don't care. We're selling stuff to other people, and our finished goods to them is $10, and they're selling it for 50. I made my money off the 10. I'm happy. In fact, I want them to sell as much as they can at 50. And if they have to lower the price, they lower the price. If they increase the price, I don't care. I want them to keep selling. So don't think you have to do everything. Don't think when it comes to doing stuff for other people that you can't, because you can. Dick's Sporting Goods. Oh, yeah, Dick's. How much Dick's Sporting Goods? When you look at the stuff that they sell from there, all the sporting good equipment, all that, they are manufacturing very little. They're just a retailer of other stuff. Why do you go to Dick's? You go to Dick's for the service that they offer, right? You go there because now, between the climbing wall, the golf simulators, the other things that they offer, that service, that's what you're going for. And that's what you are. They go to you for that service. They can go anywhere and get a shirt. They can go anywhere and get a tumbler. Why are they come to you? It's because of that service that you provide them. So, keep things like that in mind. Here, and Sarah goes, can we print our own? Yes. Do we always? No. Contract printing is an amazing thing. We 100% utilize for orders over X amount. Yeah. And Sarah, you do it both ways too, right? Sarah will, where she will have other people do stuff for her. She also does stuff for other people. We have talked about that where, there's people in our area that will do pressing fees for that. So if we get over inside of, if we get inside of things where was I going with that? I got to go back to Sarah's things. Utilize prints over X amount. Oh yeah. So, depending on the amount, there's some stuff that we do for this amount. There's stuff that we do for this amount and stuff that goes out for this amount, right? We don't have to do it all. We can pick and choose what we want to do. And with that, it allows us to, decide, how much money we want to make. How much time do we want to invest in it? Then when it comes to, like on the pressing fee, we have people that we've talked to where it says, hey, what would it cost for us to do this and for you just to do the job? If we were to drop ship everything to you and you to do it, hey, that's another way to do it. There's a lot of things with it. I keep getting an invalid link for the discard on the member. I will send you, as soon as I get off this, Linda, I will send you a link for it because it should send me to it and then go there for it. Because there were some viewing things that had to get switched up and changed. So I will make sure to send that over to you, Linda, as soon as we get done with this. Teton, my hockey guy makes his own shirts now, and I do his embroidery. He marks it up right there. That's something where you're able to do it, right? There's no reason that you can't. And invalid. So there's something wrong with it. So as soon as so I'm going to write that down. Linda, Jenny. Because it should have emailed me, and then as soon as it comes from there, I will get you in there for that. But things like that where you don't need to do everything. You can very easily say, hey, 12 or less, I'm going to do 24. I'm going to do this way. 48, I'm sending out to get done. It's finding those vendors that will do that for you, that will help you out with that. And a lot of stuff, for us, we've printed for other people. We have our numbers that where we need to hit for it. And we're like, yep, we can do this for it. And there's other people in the industry that even though we have partnerships with contract printers that are ridiculous pricing on it, We'll still do stuff in-house until it gets to that price, and then we'll do a markup and we'll send it to them. And because we're the facilitator between it, so while we're not making a lot, what are we doing is we're facilitating that connection. We're handling, the artwork, we're handling making sure the product was ordered right, we're handling shipping, we're handling all that. So that's what they're paying for, is that service for us to know that we can get that done for them. And then there's a markup on it and they get it. Now, if they find out who that vendor is and they end up going directly to them and we get cut out, so be it. But they can't come to me and say, hey, I need your help with this artwork because this, I'm like, you're on your own. That was part of the service that you paid for with it. So, you don't have to do everything. There's times here in-house where we'll get bogged down with it. Banners coming in the springtime. There's times when we get bogged down and it's just too much to try and keep up. So we've got a couple different vendors that we use. We've got a local one that does really good work, and that's what their business is, wide format printing. They do a lot of big signage for our area. And so I was able to reach out to them and talk to them and be like, hey, what can we do, and working things out if I want to handle overflow or things that, and they're like, wait, we'd be happy to bring you on. So it's not like we send them a ton of business, but it might be, $10,000-$15,000 over the year. So, hey, that paid for something for them. So, it's always good to be able to do that. So reach out, make those connections, check and see, who you can help. And that's part of the group we're there. Let's see. And it says, I get confused, like with DTF. Do I buy them, mock them up, or try and sell, or do I buy a mock-up from you and then order when someone wants to buy a shirt with on it? So here's how I do that, Angela. And so say like right now we have, it's a little close for Mardi Gras, because that's tomorrow, right? Mardi Gras tomorrow. Valentine's Day, we're getting close on that one. But then, this month we have Black History Month, we have Heart Disease Awareness Month. If any of our transfers that you see in the ready to press ones, you're able to right click, download that and use it as your own to show it off. And then what you can do is once a week, anything that was sold, you're going to tell your customers, hey, it's a 7 to 10 business day turnaround time on this. So maybe twice a week, you're like, okay, I'm going to place an order here. Here's everybody that ordered that shirt from me. I'm going to order this from it. I'm going to do that from it. And then we'll go from there. The other side to it is, Angel, we've printed for other people before where they're like, hey, we just need these shirts ready to go. Okay, here's what we have for it. So there's two ways to do it. So you can order in all the prints. Like, you really want to stand behind this design and do it. Order them up, and then you have them there, and then you can just press as you go. Or you can do on an order basic. Let's see. And Sarah, to Tim, do you contract embroidery with me? I'd love info. I only do his stuff right now. So, and see, like that, Sarah is looking for a contract embroiderer. So if there is one here, that is something that they want to take on, then hey, make that love connection. That's part of helping each other out and doing those things. We don't do embroidery here. We have someone that does it for us, but make those connections, folks. Make those connections. Did I miss anything else in here? I think that's it. I think I got through it all today. So it might be an early show today because we got through everything here. 9:30. If we cut it off down, 9:30. If you are in the membership group, we will go live with a Zoom in there. I will get. And the reason I might cut this off early is so I can get to Linda and to get to Jenny and get them the link so that way they can get in the Discord. I can check Harold's and get everything squared away there. But that way we can get in there, and we're going to talk more about the things that we're going to talk about, what we're going to be adding to that membership community, what the coloring book training, that's going to be in the mentorship, the pricing and overhead, that's going to be in the mentorship. So we're going to go through a lot of things like that, and a lot of things that I'm going to need help on, and things that I've seen come in and out. So we're going to push more of that. But if that's something you're interested in doing, like I said, get over here, come check it out. We're going to, like I said, right now, it is in its infancy. It is getting built out. We are going to do a lot with it. I hope that you take the time to come out there and do it. And $20, right? That's like 4 coffees. I guarantee you're going to get 4 coffees worth of info out of this. And hell, even in the discounts alone that we're going to have, you'll be able to get your 4 coffees back on it. So until, let's see, T-Town, let me know if you end up adding to your biz. I could be interested. See, Sarah could be interested in it. All right, we'll be back here. Oh, tomorrow, Tuesday with Todd. So I think I worked on some laser projects over the weekend on pint glasses. And remember how on the circle, how it looked, narrow? So I found a couple videos on stuff. I watched some entertaining things. So the entertaining things. I watched some educational things on that had formulas on to make it work so it fits the taper of that, so it doesn't look off this way on it, and then it looked right there. So I think that's what we're gonna talk about tomorrow night, Tuesday with Todd. I'll show you the sites that I used, how we came up with it. You're gonna have to test stuff. Circle logos on round things and taper things. And while ours isn't the greatest, we got the concept of it down, and so then we can refine it from there. So I think that's going to be tomorrow night's Tuesday with Todd. Lasering on conical, yeah, conical and tapered. That's the same thing, right? Cone tapered. I think that's the same thing. If not, it will be. I think that's going to be tomorrow night's Tuesday with Todd. But we'll do this Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. And then that's what we got going on. So you guys have an amazing day. Like I said, we will be back here on Wednesday for all this. I'm trying to find the button I need to hit. Peace, love, press on. We will see you guys next time.